Hello and welcome to Social Buzz Extra here on Global Television. I am August Kumobner. Remember what we do on Social Buzz Extra, bringing you all trendy, sizzling gist from across the world to your station, like bringing it to your table, to your doorstep, and anywhere you are watching. Like I said, I am August Kumobner. So we are going to be starting with the first topic for today. A man has confronted police officers after they allegedly destroyed his bar. Okay, the incident occurred along Irhithi Road in Edo State. The police officer allegedly in a minibus chasing the man when they were said to have hit his car from behind just to stop him. Upon seeing the damage caused, the man chased after the officers and blocked them. These are things happening in 2025. Can you just believe that things like this are still happening? Well, let's take a look at this short clip. I think this is the case of Fast and Furious in Edo State. In as much as this is laughable, it is still not also laughable, because why would the police chase? We've seen several times, police chasing different cars. We've heard of even releasing bullets in the air and, stray bullets hitting someone else. We've seen things like that. So we are asking, in 2025, why chase someone to that extent? By pulling their bumper, and even when you did, why did you now start running? The police would have waited. If you were chasing him to arrest him, then okay, now he has stopped, then arrest him and maybe pay for the damages done. But this time around, you are the one running. What exactly is the job of the police? Every day in Nigeria, people get to question the job of security operatives in Nigeria, because sometimes it looks like they are deviating from their original jobs. Well, we're going to be taking comments from social media as regard this incident. And the first comment is from I am Shellel, and Shellel says the painful thing about this video is nobody even cares to stop to help him or more. Now when the ball reach your court, we go come they wonder why nobody want help. Because when we had the opportunity to fight against the injustice done to a fellow Nigerian, we cared less. Even the person filming said, "You and who, LOL." Honestly, you know, sometimes you really want to help, but because you've actually been a victim of things like this before, you don't want to help anymore. I've seen so many people, you know, car accidents, people are dying, but there's a good Samaritan, someone with a good heart, but the person is telling you, I cannot go and help, because when I go help this person, they start demanding for money. Maybe when you take them to the police or when you take them to the hospital, they demand for money, they demand for this, they question you, and it start looking as though you were the one that caused the scene on the road, or you are the problem. So most times people really want to help. I must tell you that Nigerians are good people. They really want to help, but in cases like this, you just feel like, okay, you just need to solve your issue by yourself and no one enter another problem. Well, we are going to take the second comment, and it's coming from Zavinci, and Zavinci says, everyone needs everyone needs to not just video, but side with every citizen we find being oppressed. This is the only way we win unity. This is the only way we win, definitely. But when you say everyone needs to side, how would you know when the person is being oppressed? And how would you know the person is the one being victimized? Because some of these people actually play victims. I must tell you, some of them will tell you they are victims. Some of them act like they are victims, but they are really, really not victims. People pretend a lot, so you don't even know which one to to side, to be with, and which one not to be with. So most times I think it's a clear case of just sitting back and watching the justice take its course. But sometimes again, do we really have justice in the country? Is justice really taking its course? Because sometimes you want to leave this thing to the hand of the judiciary system, and the result you're getting is not really a pleasant one. So most times people are not happy about it. So I'm going to be taking the last comment for this particular topic, and it's coming from Kelly Pleasures. And Kelly says, now this kind of men we need in this country, men that have the guts to stand up for what is right and not allow themselves to be subdued by the society. God helps us all. Well, God help us all. We want men who can actually stand up. But when you're standing up, please be polite about it. Know what it is you're standing up for, and do not come claim right when you are not right. But in this case, it is clear that the security operatives have to pay for whatever damages they've done to his car. If they have to arrest him for being rude to a security man, to a police officer, it's fine. But then please pay for whatever damages. It costs a lot to own a car, or to even buy all of these things these days in Nigeria. Spare parts are very expensive. I must be speaking the heart of this man. Anyways, the next topic for today is coming from the Happy Boys visit Port Harcourt clergyman Apostle Gifts Chinyere. I'm sure you must have been following the story of the Happy Boys from, I think, 2-3 years ago, when let's just take this particular one. Former security men Happy Boys yesterday, September 14th, visited the church of their former benefactor and clergyman Apostle Chinyere in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. While speaking during the church service, the security men alleged that two enemies of the clergyman coaxed them into fighting with him. According to them, the clergyman's arch rival orchestrated the whole plan for them to fight and got them to execute it after promising to fly them to the US. Recall that back in 2023, the security guards became an internet sensation after they got fired for dancing while on duty. Remember the Chicken Republic dancers? A video of them dancing while on duty made the rounds on social media, and the employers at the time found it offensive and summarily dismissed them. The Happy Boys, like we know them to be, were receiving guests or customers in this restaurant, in the famous Chicken Republic restaurant, but then they got fired after they were being filmed by one of the customers and posted on social media. Well, their bosses feel this is not right, and you're not supposed to be dancing while on duty. You're supposed to be opening the door, manning the door, and doing your job, and they got fired. Well, Apostle Chinyere Gift took them in. The pastor of OPM Church took them in and said, okay, I'm going to bless these children. I'm going to sponsor them. And I think they traveled to a country named Cyprus, I guess. That's the country, yes. They went to Cyprus, and, they were supposed to go there for educational purposes. But then again, things turned. These people were seen on social media drinking, going to clubs, hanging out with bad guys and smoking and doing all sorts of things. They came back and said they do not have money to go back anymore. I think the government of Cyprus sent them back after issues came up, and they didn't have money to go back. So there were different things on social media. Some people say, oh, they went into Yahoo, which is cyber crimes, and that's the reason why they got deported. While some said no, their money got exhausted and the pastor didn't look out for them anymore. Well, further stories came out when the pastor came out to say, no, I looked out for these children, but they went ahead to connive with someone else and they accused me for something I know nothing about, and that is the reason why I left them. Well, the video showing right now, I'm going to show you the short video of how these children came back. You know what they say about the prodigal son. Let's see if it's the same thing with the happy boys in Port Harcourt and with Apostle Chinyere gift. Let's take a look at the short video. It's so funny how they still have that uniform from the, from Chicken Republic. From Chicken Republic. That same uniform. If you remember, they were actually on white and something like a beige or cream colored trouser. And I think that's the same uniform. Are these boys really being serious right now? Are they really being serious right now? But anyways, happy to get them to be back home. Home is, home is a place where everyone is happy to be back, And I thank God for Apostle Chinyere for accepting them. But we're going to take comments from social media. Social media people now, they will always say something. I have my comments too, but I'm going to reserve them and wait for social media comments. So the first comment is coming from Fashion Magic Blog. And Fashion Magic Blog says, things became hard for them. That is why they came back to meet him. Who knows? Really, things really became hard because they kind of look no longer fresh. They look kind of tattered and looking, skinny, unlike when they were there in Cyprus. This next comment is coming from Oklahoman, and Oklahoman says, these guys have no excuse. Why will you insult or attack a man that helped you? He went ahead to say they are ingrate. Well, the third comment is coming from Adora Black Clara. Adorable Clara says, they are not kids. So if someone can tell you to bite the hand that feeds you and you agreed, means you are the worst person. Betrayer. Honestly, these people are not kids. These boys are older than 20. And if someone can tell you, oh, this person who sponsored you to Cyprus and who is paying for your tuition fee is a bad person, please, let's put hands together and make sure we bring him down. Then you who is actually being with that person, you are a bad person. You are a betrayer. And honestly, that's the way I see it. I must tell you the truth. But then what do we know and what do we have to say? Because the apostle, who is being a very good gentleman of God, has accepted him, and voila, they are enjoying themselves right now. And I'm sure that maybe there will be another scholarship for them. Who knows? Or maybe this time around, go learn a trade. I think it's better for them. Stay in Nigeria and learn a trade. You will make it here in Nigeria. You don't have to be in Cyprus. Well, we'll be taking a short break, and when we return, we have one more story for you. So stay with us. welcome back from that quick break, of course. I remember we're talking about trending gist all over the globe, but I think we've just been limited to the south. We talked about Edo State and how a man chased after the police, police officers, just to confront them about his bumper they removed while chasing him. And we moved to Port Harcourt, where we see the Happy Boys reunite with their sponsor, or former sponsor, should I say, Apostle Gift Chinyere of the OPM Church. And right now we are still in Port Harcourt, but this time around we're moving to the government house, where Fubara was seen absent as Rivers government holds Thanksgiving service. Wike and Fubara were absent as Rivers State government hold Thanksgiving service as emergency rule nears end. Activities marking the end of emergency rule in Rivers State commenced on Sunday, the 14th of September, with an interdenominational Thanksgiving service at the Ecumenical Center, Abomina, WAF, Port Harcourt. The service was attended by the state's administrator, Vice Admiral Ibok Ete Ekwe Ibas, retired top government officials, traditional rulers, security chiefs, and other dignitaries. Conspicuously absent at the Thanksgiving service were the suspended governor Sim Fubara and the FCT minister Nyesom Wike. So if you have been following this River State story, you will remember that on the 18th of March 2025, President Tinubu had declared a 6-month state of emergency in River State to prevent the outbreak of a political crisis, a crisis that many people call the father and son clash. I'm sure you know who we are talking about. And the declaration led to the suspension of Governor Sim Fubara, his deputy, and all assembly members. Well, I would like us to take a look at this video of the celebration, Thanksgiving celebration. Okay, so that is the new administrator, or the administrator who has been there for some time, and his wife, thanking God for almost the end of a 6 months, since he started his administration in River State. It's good to thank God after doing a lot. After doing a lot, it's good to thank God. But then, why does he look like he is a bit scared? Like the way he was looking around, it looks a bit tense. I know that. I know, but there's something a bit off about it. And again, people keep saying things. People are saying things, I must tell you, on social media. So we are going to look out for the things that are being said by people. And the first comment we are taking today is from Cheesy for Jesus. And Cheesy says, what are they thanking God for? Ruling a state that does not want you, is that supposed to come with a thanksgiving? God is really a merciful God. Whether you like it or not, you cannot judge. You don't know. You don't know who will open that gate of paradise for you, whether it's God or this person that you're even judging. Please, it's good to thank God anyways. So the second one is coming from Julius Hour. And Julius says, but wait, Fubara they come Thanksgiving for? So come thank Wike for the frustration or what? please, you guys, Julius, there was no Fubara and there was also no Wike. This is just the administrator, Ebonk, trying to thank God, for a successful 6 months tenure, It's not easy to rule, it's a state of emergency. So putting him there is also like an emergency. They put him there, it was an emergency. So he wasn't even prepared for it. But now he's gone 6 months. And I'm sure everybody is happy with him I assume everybody is happy with him in River State. Well, the last but not the least comment for this topic is coming from Ezekiel Agbola. And Ezekiel says, the administrator is unsettled. Imagine him looking fearful. He should have rejected the offer in the first place. Rivers people didn't like it at all. Yes, this observation is actually what I observed when I watched the video, and I'm sure you also observed it when you watched that video. Well, we are going to be moving over to the west. We are living in the south, and we are celebrating with our own Hilda Bassey'S. So, during the weekend, Hilda Bassey'S attempted to make the biggest jollof rice biggest jollof rice in the world. This is another big milestone for Hilda Bassey'S, and I must tell you that pot is a pot that actually contained over 200 bags of rice, feeding over 20,000 persons. This one is mine though. This one is not church or chore. This one is showing working. It's not just, oh, I'm going to do this. Oh, let me do that. Oh, let me do this. This one, you have to put a lot of work to it. I'm sure she put a lot of work to it. A lot of money also went down buying 200 bags of rice. That's enough for one person to start shop. Like, you start selling rice now. You are not an importer or a dealer, honestly. And she did that without even asking any of these people she's feeding for money. I'm sure okay, yes, she got sponsored and sponsors from, I think, Viva, and also I think Gino and some other sponsors she had there. But then I must say kudos to Hilda Bassey. She really did a great job. Like, it was a big one. I was watching from home and I was like, I was almost teary because it's not easy. We watched Hilda Bassey 2 years ago break the record, for the longest cookathon, and then she came back again stronger 2 years after to break another big record. Kudos to Hilda Bassey and to everyone who ate the jollof rice. I must tell you that the comments were beautiful comments. Everybody was commenting. It was beautiful. Even down to Sunday yesterday, she still started serving people, the remnants of the rice, and say it will not waste. So I will feed these people with this rice. It's a good one. Thank you so much, Hilda Bassey. We celebrate you and more record breaking things you do out there. And to everyone who supported Hilda Bassey, God bless you. I know Nigerians always support their own people, not just Hilda Bassey. Everyone who has come out, Nigeria always tries to support them. And you could see her mom helping and supporting. Oh, come on. Mothers are really precious. So that's all we have for you today on Social Buzz Extra. I'm sure you followed them, but if you did not follow these stories I just dropped today, please try to follow using the social media handles you're seeing on your screen and watch this episode of Social Buzz Extra and also be part of the conversation. I would like to see your thoughts in the comment section. Drop them, I'll be picking them. Who knows, your comment might just pop up here someday. Please do not go nowhere. I am Ogachukumobna as we're about to take our news for 12 p.m. Bye.